And we are back. Welcome back to my Factorio stream. I've just come home from a 2.5 week vacation through France because Evo 2025 was being held there. My partner Kaylee, she placed number 33 out of a pool of 572 in Guilty Gear Strive. So I'm really, really proud of her. She says that she had really good luck in round one pools, but honestly, she's just really good at the game. She puts a lot of hours in, and I'm very proud of her. We rented a villa for a whole week with like six of her friends, and it was a lot of fun. I played some Smash Brothers with them. We did a quiz show, which was actually really professionally done. It's in Nice, France, and we drove through a pile of other places: Avignon, Lyon, Dijon. We got some mustard because you go to Dijon, you got to get some mustard. Other things that have been going on. There was a recent change to the Twitch viewership rules. They are now not really counting lurkers in the analytics. This has been known for some time that if you have a stream open and you're not actively watching it, or you have the tab muted or down to 0%, then your view is not counted for that stream. Um, so the culture has generally been like if you're going to lurk, then you put your sound down to like 1% or something like that, right? But they made another change, which is affecting a lot of people, especially on this team, and that is if you are watching um, more than two, I believe it's more than two streams from the same IP address, then your view is not counted for any of them, which is kind of bullshit because I know some baby furs who are in houses of five and they're all like either streamers or friends of streamers and they want to show their support. So if they're watching three streams or more, then their views are just not counted for any of them, which is kind of nuts. Um, so that's just something to know if you're watching multiple streams at once. Unfortunately, you're going to have to pick one to support or two at most, and make sure that nobody else on your IP address is watching Twitch. Other news: there was a recent incident where Tiger, the one on the Little Space team that had um, I want to say the most visibility, the most viewers, recently made it onto the Twitch front page, and it was a whole thing. I'm sorry that I was not able to catch that stream. I really wish I could have been there to show my support and just sharing the excitement, but I was gallivanting off through France, so I wasn't able to. But anyways, let's get into it. First, let's turn off the tunes. Let's turn on Factorio. Let's switch over to gameplay. There we go. Now, where we left off last, we had just got on a space platform and blasted off to Vulcanus, and we damn near lost the ship in the process. So like this is still currently like it's not in good shape. In fact, I might actually lose this. Well, it looks like I've got enough ammo being made, so it will survive. But also, there's something that I want to change in Novice here. I want to turn on the logistics system just so that when I go to make my auto mall and on Vulcanus, then I can just do it via bots and via assembly machines instead of having to route belts in through everywhere. Um, let's see, and there's a situation with nuclear, I believe. It looks fine to me. This is just going to keep making fuel cells. I think that's what the issue was. So how am I going to do this? I guess I could just leave it as is for now. I mean, that's a lot of um, That's a lot of fuel cells. That's going to last pretty much forever. So I'm actually going to get rid of those. Um, and get rid of that. And I'm just going to stockpile U-235 for the time being. So these lasers are doing fine. These lasers are doing fine. We're still tiling the base with stone paths, and I've turned this off. And I believe I turned off red circuits going to blue sides, but I'm going to turn that back on. I'm going to be replacing all of this. Actually, I could get the Covarex enrichment process going as well, but that's really not a priority. Anyways, so that's all good. So Novice is done and dusted. Let's jump over to Vulcanus. So, what have we got? We got a handful of refined concrete, some iron plate, some copper, some steel, some gears, some circuits, and some power poles. 10 roboports. Do I not have construction bots? Did I forget to drop them? I did forget to drop them. So let's get my construction bots out. I would have liked to have more than 10, but I think that's all I've got. I've got one personal roboport. So that's fine. That'll do me. Let's just move a little bit out of the way so I don't get crushed by the incoming drop pod. This has claimed a few engineers' lives. Tungsten carbide researched. Okay, so we're going to extract some tungsten carbide from these rocks. And let's see. Just want to keep an eye on how much I have here. Our first priority is to set up pump jacks on sulfur and create power. Second priority is using the little bit of tungsten carbide that we have to make a foundry. And once I have a foundry, I can make 3 more foundries and start getting molten copper and molten iron from the lava directly. Okay, I've got 211. Let's just get a little bit more. I want 400 tungsten total. Okay, that's good. Is there anything else I want? No, let's just leave it. Okay, and there is a demolisher. Now, fun fact, I'm standing literally right on the border of his territory. If I go any further, then he's going to attack me. If I build anything in his territory, he will attack the offending building. So as long as I stay away from his territory, I am fine. Unlike Navis, there is no pollution on Vulcanus. These guys do not give a shit. As long as you stay out of their territory, they will leave you alone. So we're going to take advantage of that and set up a true Titan of Industry thing here. And I see I have more than 400 tungsten ore, so good. We can move on to phase 1 of the plan. First, I need a single pump jack. We'll stick it here, and we're going to make 1 solar panel stick that here. All right, so we've got some sulfuric acid being pumped directly out of these sulfur vents. From there, I want to, can I make a steam turbine? Yes, I can. It's going to take a lot of my stuff, but we're going to get all of that back soon. That's 5.82 megawatts. I can go straight there instead of using steam engines. So that's good. Do I have a chemical plant? We'll get a chemical plant. We'll get some. I'm gonna need to. Gonna need to make some stone brick. Can I use carbon for this? Yes, I can. Okay. Let's also make a storage tank while we're at it. Okay, so chemical plant. This is going to make, where is it? Do I not have it unlocked yet? All right, so we're going to plan discovery Fulgora, no, not Fulgora, Vulcanus. Calcite processing, that's right. Okay, so next step I need to go to my calcite deposit, which is up there, okay? Let's make a single mining drill. We'll make another solar panel. And we'll just output this into a chest. As always, getting the initial setup is the most annoying part, but once it is going, it's going to really explode. Right, so I've got all of my requester chests, etc., ready to go. Next step, we want, I can put my storage tank down, so I can start building up a stockpile of sulfuric acid, which is nice. Now, we can do sulfuric acid and 1 calcite to make steam. And we're just going to pop some calcite in there. And this will make 500. No, yeah, it'll make 10,000 steam in 1 cycle. So we're going to stick our single steam turbine there. And there is power sorted for the first little bit. Let's grab some more calcite. Okay, 37. And we've got coal down here, I believe. Yep, there's a nice big coal patch here. We're going to do the same. Electric mining drill. Just place a single one down with a chest with a solar panel. And that's going to be necessary because, foolishly, I did not bring barrels of lubricant with me. So I'm going to have to do simple coal liquefaction and convert this coal with sulfuric acid into a batch of heavy oil, right? Oh, right, that's fine. Actually, let's take that out and just replace it with this one. Okay. All right, let's reduce. Because if this is going to survive, it needs to at least keep the asteroid belt loop going. It's probably not going to survive, but you know, we'll just cut our losses, I suppose. Since we wasted a little bit of time, let's go ahead and pick up some more coal and some more calcite. There we are. And I want to make some electric furnaces. So let's move away from the stone furnace model and just go like this. I want, yeah, process some iron, you process some copper. And I believe these will stack to 100 before they turn off. Here I want another chemical plant. Actually, I'm going to need 2. This will make, where is it? Steam condensation? No. Where's the recipe for, oh, it's a oil refinery. That's right. My bad. Oil refinery. And this will make lubricant. So we're just going to stick that there. Plop our 1 oil refinery down here. Simple coal liquefaction takes in sulfuric acid, calcite, and coal. So we'll just plop that in. This will make lubricant. Good, 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 good. Just 1 of these. Tungsten carbide. That's right, I need some of this. And I guess tungsten carbide is not made in a electric furnace like I assumed. It seems to be made from assembling machines. Okay, so we'll stick that in, get that going. 1 more assembling machine. Foundries are researched, so I can now make them. This requires 50 tungsten carbide, 20 lubricant, and some other stuff that I have in my inventory. So as soon as this gets to 50, we will be off to the races. Right. So the next thing, while that is being set up, let's do a little bit of planning. We'll just go ahead and tap all of these. Oops, that's fine. Okay, good. Um, this foundry, well, um, I guess we can pipe lava in this direction, or we can just go down here. That probably makes a little more sense. Needs more carbon. How do I make more carbon? Carbon. 2 coal, 20 sulfuric acid made in chemical plants. Okay. Carbon, sulfuric acid, that's right. I need more coal. $172, it's not bad. Come on back. And then a bunch of calcite. Good. All right. We're in fairly good shape already. This has so much steam to output. And of course, we're not consuming hardly any of it right now. There we go. First foundry. Let's do this. Big mining drill researched. Okay. So we've got our one foundry. Let's replace this and task this for making more foundries. We need more steel. All right. Do you want more steel? We can make more steel. Meanwhile, we're running low on on carbon again, so let's go and fetch some more. We're doing plenty fine on calcite, actually. Okay, we got plenty of tungsten carbide. We just need more steel. All right, new foundry. All right, let's start placing these bad boys down. So, the way this is going to work, we're going to do one offshore pump. And I'm going to have to drag power down here. because we're still in the bootstrap phase. We can't like plan the factory out properly just yet. But all right, we got all these recipes. Let's just kind of hover over them to get rid of them. We're gonna make molten iron from lava. We're gonna take one offshore pump. Let's stick that there and fill this with calcite. And well, that's one issue already. So we've got the molten iron. I need a little bit more material to work with. Oops. No. I don't want that. I want iron. I just need a handful of pipes and a single storage tank, and then we will be off to the races. Let's just stick that there. One storage tank. And this just to get rid of stone. Not doing a very good job of that because I don't have a single chest on me. But we got some molten iron. Let's turn this into iron. And this is the power of the foundry. We're basically just converting lava and a tiny bit of calcite directly into iron. Okay, that's good. Let's now cast this into steel. And yeah, this is basically gonna die. That's fine. Alright, we've got some iron, we've got some steel. Let's see if we can make even more foundries. This just needs more carbide. And this needs more coal. Still plenty good on calcite. Oh my god, just get rid of all this stuff. Hey Mizzy, how's it going? We have just crash landed on Vulcanus. I am making my bootstrap base. As you can see, I'm pumping sulfuric acid directly out of these vents, converting it into steam, and that is now my steam power. I am making carbon from a combination of coal and sulfuric acid. And with that and the natively, the native tungsten ore, I can make tungsten carbide, which is the high-level stuff used to make foundries and other goodies. Just got back from a really pleasant walk. That's great to hear. Did you see anything fun? We almost got bowled over in France by several cyclists. It seems to be a pretty cultural universal that cyclists have no regard for the rules of the road or anybody but themselves, which is a bit annoying. Um, there was also a very cute orange cat at one of the hotels we were staying at who was on the older side and very chill. He just kind of sat right next to the door of the reception area, and I kind of petted him on the head and like stroked his back a little bit, and he got a little bit upset at me, and he walked away. So I'm like, oh no, you gotta respect the cat's boundaries. Okay, we seem to be out of electric chips. So that may be the end of our bootstrapping phase. But we have 4 total foundries, which is enough to get us started. So let's tear all of this down. But actually, we can leave that alone. But I want to get rid of that. Let's just move that over here and stick a inserter there. That way we can just, yeah, we can just kind of hand feed it like that. Coal goes in. Carbon and tungsten ore goes in here. One more inserter. Got caught in a really nice light shower, brought some cashews so you can feed some crows. Definitely not raise an army. Yes, no one can accuse you of raising an army. It's not your fault that they're very food motivated. It's just you know. Gonna commit some murders with your brand new murder. Okay, now we have 4 foundries, so we can do some really neat stuff with that. This one is going to make molten iron. This one's going to make molten copper. And let's see. Do I have any? Yes, I do. I guess I can also make 1 underground pipe just to make this easier to manage. Zoop. Right, so these are going to take any output stone and convert it directly into landfill. Do I not have landfill researched? I don't. Okay, let's go ahead and get that up real quick. Because these things output a lot of stone all at once. And if you just like put them directly on a belt and chuck the stone into the lava, it's a bit inefficient. But landfill takes up 50 stone to create 1 item, and then you can chuck that 1 item into the lava. It's much better. Anyways, so get some more pipes. This is not what I want to do with this. I'm already making adjustments to the way I want to do this. Just because I'm so frickin' fussy. I need to just like go. There we go. All right. So the next foundry will cast this to iron. And this foundry will cast to copper plate. But this requires calcite, this requires calcite, and then we'll go. Ones by the supermarket clearly didn't trust me, but they were happy to get real close as long as they could dart away again after. It sounded like fuzzy. That's also true. Yeah, I am known to be both at times. Yeah. So one fast inserter is not going to be enough to keep up with the pace of stone being created. But we now have our more or less infinite sources of both steel, iron and copper. So that is already like a supreme improvement. Let's go ahead and make some more electronic circuits by hand. There we go, and tungsten carbide is being automated. I've got 50 of them. I could make another foundry. Let's see. Yeah, this is good. Let's change this to making transport belts. Can I cast them directly to transport belts? No, it doesn't look like it. I can cast them to pipe. I definitely need a lot of pipes. Copper, I can make some copper cable from the molten copper here. This now needs an output. Let's go ahead and make one. It's just a little bit too far away to dump it directly in the lava, but anyways. There we go. All right, we've got some raw materials now. What else do we want? Besides everything. That's plenty of pipes. Let's finish with pipes. Let's make some steel. Yeah, let's get some steel going. Actually, not steel. How about iron gear wheels? Clear a little bit of room and get some more assembling machines. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I feel like I just want to have something making electronic circuits. That is more than enough copper cables for the time being. And I don't need that many copper plates, actually. So let's just turn that off for now. We'll repurpose that foundry and have another one casting gear wheels, and another one casting iron. because I really just want to make like a absolute pile of just an absolute pile of belts at this point. Belt, belt. There you go. There you go. Gear wheels, gear wheels. What am I low on? I need more iron plate. I'm always in a deficit of iron plates. Good. And space platform is just taking more damage, which is fine. All right, now that it's making iron belts, let's do a little bit more planning. Need some radars. Stick one there. One up here. This area seems decent enough to do the starter base. And once I unlock cliff explosives, I'm going to demolish all of these cliffs and really open this area up. Aside from that, once I get a big mining drill, I need to locate a tungsten ore patch. But for now, what we'll do is connect power, make some more power poles. Do I have any bigs? No, I don't. One more, just one more. There we go. Okay, so I'm now full up on coal. Let's dump some of this stuff. I don't need any more. The tree exploding was pretty great. Yeah, that's one thing that I always like about Factorio. Like, even if I don't have very much to talk about specifically, the game itself is so involved that like I'm constantly doing stuff, I'm constantly thinking, and there's definitely plenty for me to narrate in like my thought process that you don't really get when playing like rhythm games or action games, etc. Like you can kind of see what I'm doing. Oh, okay, that is a healthy amount of transport belts. We're basically beginning now. Okay, we've got a trickle of calcite coming in. We've got lots of pipe, so let's go ahead and drag sulfuric acid down here to the main staging area. Good. So that's 3 of the 5 resources that I need. The last that I need is lava. So let's go ahead and tear all of this up. Yum, 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 yum. Just take all that back. Okay, good. Good with this, good with that. Can I make more turbines? Yes, I can. What is the problem here? Is this, oh, this needs calcite. All right, and these have kicked on. Power is now at a healthy 18 megawatts. Did I not bring any engine units or pumps? I guess not. Well, fair enough. Alright, so let's redo this. Our 1 offshore pump goes there. Let's clear some room. Let's clear all of this as well. Actually, that's probably too much. Right. So, one foundry making molten iron. How do I want to do this actually? I guess I can. I'm like really stressing over the configuration because I want this to be like semi-final. So I guess I can do something like that. So this will be the molten iron, and that will be the molten copper. And I thought I had a pile of pipes to work with, but I suppose I used all of it up in dragging sulfuric acid. That makes sense, actually. So I sort of had this, I suppose now I can call it a delusion that that Vulcanus would be super fast to set up, and I would get to the fun part like really quick. And it's sort of true, but we still have a ways to go, I think. For one thing, I need to, right, which direction is my bus gonna go? I guess I won't worry about that too much. I'll adapt it as I go. Anyways, calcite needs to come this way. We'll make a single balancer. Did I really not like take any calcite? Let's just shove some in here. So I need some pipes desperately. Okay. So 1, 2, this both will make landfill. I need some undergrounds as well. Landfill goes out. Oops. I'm gonna do that instead. There we go. You can make more. Make some sticks. I need sticks and steel plate. More sticks. My one balancer can go down here and feed into here. Good. That's copper. Make some underground pipes. Good enough. I really do love how fast these are. Just make some more steel, because I still need a lot of steel. Okay, so I've got everything in one place now. So let's do some planning. Roboport, Roboport, Roboport. 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 That's good. Got full construction coverage area. So now I think I still want to keep my construction bots on me though. So that's fine. So how do I want to do this? So power generation, it's fine to stay here for now. We'll do, yeah, we'll do chemicals up here for the time being, and then a mall can exist here. Yeah, I guess that works. Not terribly complicated in this initial stage anyways. So, got my one oil refinery. Or actually, I can make it slightly more compact. And again, we'll refactor this as we go. I'm also just like really annoyed by how much crap I need to clear out to make space. But anyways, so oil refinery, making simple coal liquefaction. This is not the way that I should be doing this. Yeah, we'll drag this up. Let's just like clear some room properly. Boom, 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 boom. Whatever, that's good enough. All right, that's a bit of cleanup done. So, we want I still want more like underground pipes. Anyways. So we've got our oil refinery that's going to come off the side here. Going to do simple coal liquefaction. And it's going to take in coal and calcite. So we're going to need 2 balancers for this. You know what? That's fine. Just demolish it already. I don't care. I don't care. Right. So we've got this heavy oil. Now, heavy oil is used for cracking, for solid fuel lubricant, electrolyte. We're not using electrolyte. So we're basically just going to pump this directly into, like, how to put it? Where's my chemical plants? So let's just make. I'm kind of bad at visualizing this when I really want to like. I have a vision for what I want to do, but like actually executing on it can be a struggle sometimes. So this I want to do cracking to petroleum. This I want to do cracking to light oil. And before then I want to create lubricant, right? So it can be something like if we have a storage tank and the storage tank is like more than a certain amount, then we're going to send this to we're going to send the heavy oil to cracking to light oil, right? So if heavy oil is greater than 20,000. Then we'll send it here. But one problem is I also need to get water, and that is done with acid neutralization and then condensing the steam into water. So I need to also do that. So let's do that concurrently. This will also require calcite. This will make an absolute pile of steam, 2,000 steam per second. This will make so that can service 2 of these guys, and this will make 90 water per second. That's fine enough to get started. So we've got water sorted. Yeah, so I'll just like attach it directly there. So that sulfuric acid will make. Should I have a light oil? Yeah, I should have light oil. I'll have one for water, lubricant, light oil, and petroleum. I think that's how I want to do this. Right, so let's get rid of that for now. So calcite and water, right? So we'll. How about we flip this then? Okay, so that's water. And next up, we'll make lubricant directly off of this line. And then from there, we'll leave a little bit of room to do our light oil cracking. Let's just get that started there. Okay. Actually, no, that's not going to work because I am overcomplicating this by a hell of a lot. Anyway, that's cracking. Wow, it's cracking. Okay, and light oil comes down here. And then another thing for water. And that feeds into petroleum. All right, so that's our starter oil setup thing. I can see that we're going to need more pipes to finish this up. Okay, let's have you making more gear wheels. Actually, let's now do all of our production to the left here, because there's no need for it anymore. We've got 2 foundries. We can have this guy making iron, this guy making gears. Both of them can feed directly into that. Just again, just need a ton more of everything, to be honest. I'm eventually going to need more circuits as well, so let's just handcraft some of them. I'm missing 2 chemical plants. Several chemical plants. Okay, but that's good. It's making steam. That's making water. Water is online. Sulfuric acid pressure is fine. This needs power. These need power. This is getting heavy oil. This is making light oil. This is missing water. Why is it missing water? There we go. This is making petroleum. Alright, so oils are online. Okay, so here's my molten iron, here's my molten copper. We've got this going, that's good. So now I think we can start doing the bot wall. Let's see how I want to do this. Well, first I should make plastic and advanced circuits, I think. Ugh, there's still so much to do. Yeah, these only require regular circuits and like other stuff. So let's make a we'll make a basic electric circuit build. This takes copper cable and iron plate, which is actually just 2 foundries in a trench coat. So that would be copper cable here. This would be casting iron plate. So the fastest way, I think, actually the fastest way would just be like something like this. We'll just get this set up extremely ludicrously quickly. Why am I always like losing my iron chests? Anyway, there we go. That's our electronic circuit problem solved for now. This is some real bootstrap nonsense, I have to say. And what did I also need? I needed well, I needed advanced circuits. And to do that, I'm gonna need a lot more of these guys and some chemical science to make plastic. So how do I make plastic? It's coal and petroleum. And then to make advanced circuits is plastic, copper cable, and electronic circuits, which I guess I would need another one of these. Right, it's like more copper cables than plastic bars, so we'll just like drag this along like this. The copper cables come up here. Oh, this is so jank. It's so fucking jank. Anyways, we're committed to this. And then simple out. Good enough. Gonna need all those transport belts. If not now, then someday. I really need gear wheels, huh? What am I missing? Uh, belts. Well, actually, those are missing. Just bots, right? Because I've got lots of these. I just need like more of everything. Oh, and I need to connect coal here. These are now making advanced circuits. Steel. I'm out of steel. All right, cast some more iron. Let's put this back. And passive provider chest. There we go. All right. And passive provider chest here. Okay. So we've got lubricant, we've got steel, we've got plenty of tungsten carbide. Let's make some more foundries, or at the very least, let's. Oh, well, we've basically explored our immediate starting area. There doesn't seem to be any tungsten around. So I'm gonna do a little. Well, actually, I shouldn't yet. I need to stick around the base long enough for me to get some starter materials. So actually, this is not the time to be playing around just yet. So now I've got that. Let's make some bots. So this requires flying robot frames, which themselves require batteries, electric engine units. No, this is going to be a whole thing. Maybe I can like steal the design from Novice. I mean, not really. Like I would have to basically create a whole production chain from this. But I do have a lot of tungsten carbide, so yeah, let's go ahead and make some more foundries. Oops, not there. Right, foundries take lubricant. Cast steel and just stick it in there. Do 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 do. All right, we're actually in fairly decent shape here. Um, we can perhaps reintroduce the tungsten carbide loop here, um, just to get some of this going. So this requires a chemical plant making carbon from this and sulfuric acid. Which I guess the best way was just to like stick it here. Just build it directly off of this. So tungsten carbide takes sulfuric acid, and the chemical plant making carbon can feed directly in here, which feeds directly in there. Good. And this just requires a box with tungsten ore. Let's go ahead and make some more mining drills then. The one miner making the trickle of calcite seems to be doing its job just fine. But yeah, we need more coal. Because like all of it is being like sucked up directly by petroleum, making plastic bars, which are being like immediately sucked up by red chips. Which is fine. That's what petroleum is for, basically. But we're gonna need to expand this before too long. We got 5 foundries. 7 to play with total. Alright, these are doing just fine. How are we on power? 5 megawatts being used, so these 3 are doing fine. And of course, we've got a lot of back pressure on sulfuric acid. Calcite's fine. Coal will expand later. Okay. So, how are we going to do this? So we can expand all of these chemical processes to the right as we need extra room. Can I make this more compact? Possibly. Yes, no? I mean, I can, maybe, but I don't really feel like it. Um, just out of curiosity, what else is that's used for sulfur, but I don't really need sulfur for anything but chemical science, water, and petroleum. Anyways, we're outputting petroleum. So, anyways, lubricant. That's fine. We'll just leave that as is. Um, all right, now we've got a healthy amount of foundries. So let's scrap this, and we will make more foundries on demand, I'm sure. But let's see. Hmm. Okay, so I think the play now is to go ahead um, and extend the bus downward. There we go. Just tighten it up. And eventually tungsten ore is also going to come down here, I believe. So we'll go ahead and make a belt for that. All right. Let's get rid of all this. Let's get rid of all this. And let's get rid of all this as well. This is going to be our main bus. Just like these are molten metals. these will just come down like that. And this will come down like this. And we still don't have any light oil because we're like low on everything, which is fine. Let's see. Now I haven't left a whole lot of room to build on before triggering this this worm. Just want to clearly mark the boundary there so I don't accidentally go over. But anyways, so. Yeah, the sound is so terrifying though. Just look at that thing. He's just a dune to dune worm. How late am I streaming to? Let me just check this real quick. Doop. Yeah, 7:30. Okay, so I don't have too much more time to play this. I'm trying very hard to keep to a proper schedule and starting up a proper bedtime routine. Because like while streaming is extremely fulfilling to me and it's so much fun to just like be here and yap and just like be in this space. I have found I have an annoying tendency to like sacrifice sleep to like get all of my little autistic rituals done. So the only way for me to actually like maintain a healthy like play and sleep and life and work balance is like I need to actually properly stick to like when I want to end the stream, for example. But at the very least, we've got all of the bare necessities going. So on that basis, we have lots of provider chests, we have lots of requester chests able to be made. So we can do something like this. Let's say this is making offshore pumps. We want one coming in and one coming out. We want a... do I want a storage chest? Like, I suppose I can. I don't think so. I think I want to just do passive provider for now. Passive provider chest, requester chest. And we're going to hook these up. Read contents, and this will enable if well, I could do something with like stack size, but I don't have advanced combinators unlocked. Where would that be? Where's the circuit network? advanced combinators. This requires advanced circuits. I mean, it might be worth it. We'll research it and we'll add those in soon, I suppose. But anyways, we're gonna hook this up to the requester chest, set requests, and we're going to read the ingredients required for the offshore pump. So this is now requesting 3 pipes and 2 gear wheels to make 1 offshore pump. And I don't know exactly how it decides how many of those to request. I think when you do it this way, it just reads like a single set of ingredients. So we could buff that up, which I might do. Let's add an arithmetic combinator and multiply each by, let's say, 5. And output each. So now if this gets power, this will now request 5 times each of these. This we will enable if there are less than, let's say, 5. We want to start really slow at first, just so we're not starving everything. So we'll have 5 outputs and 5 inputs ready to go, and anything that's left in here. And we'll enable this if there are less than 5. Right. Oops. No. This will always be on. Huh. Interesting. So I guess you can actually turn off individual provider chests and have them not send, or have them not available to the bot network. That's fascinating. I didn't realize that was possible. But yeah, good to see you back from Noms. We now have all of our basic ingredients. All 5 the fluids: sulfuric acid, lubricant, petroleum, to make plastics, to make advanced circuits. We have sulfuric acid, coal, calcite, molten iron, molten copper. So all of our necessary raw ingredients are in one place. So I'm going to now start making the bot-based ball, which I suppose I still need to get flying robot frames out of this. And I have an idea for like dynamically setting the stack size so that there's always 1 stack available in this passive provider chest. But we'll improve that later, I think. Oh, parameterize. So right now it's reading just like here's the parameter 1 is the offshore pump. Let's call this item, and we want 5 instead of 5. Let's say quantity. Make the blueprints, stick that in here. So now anytime we plop this down, we can request a certain amount of something. And I think what I want to do, do I want to do that? No, I think I want to make a proper build for batteries and electric engine units. But we'll work on that soon. I want steel chests. Okay. So let's do this. So where should I start this? We'll start it here. Copper plate. Copper cable. Iron. This will be gear wheel. This will be steel. No, this will be sticks, and this will be steel. Oh, I also need one for pipes, don't I? Pipes and oops, yeah, pipes and pipe to ground. And a ton of passive provider chests. Bunch more pipes. Come on, come on. Oh, just a few more pipes. Don't do this to me. The Vulcanist platform is really suffering heavy losses. I don't want to hear that stuff anymore, so let's just clear it out. Anything I can drop? More furnaces, more efficiency modules. I don't really need any of this though. Delete. However, our space science platform is doing just fine. It's still absolutely chock full of materials. And of course, Novice. Oh, the whole thing is tiled with stone platform. Let's go. That's great to see. And we've got 4 uranium-235. Nice, nice. Still lots of fuel cells. Yeah. Okay, good. Continuing on. We need these, we need these, we need these. Okay, and roboports. And I'm going to go ahead and jettison my construction robots. Oh, but I also need logistic bots for this to work. Ugh. That's annoying. Alright, that's fine. So I guess I guess if need be, I can craft this shit by hand. Anyway, let's clear off all this crap. So here I want to be making some big poles. Let's do 50. Actually, no. We'll set the quantity later. Actually, would it be better to, thinking times 5. The fact that I don't have bots, like logistic bots, is really throwing a wrench in the works here. It's pretty annoying. How can I get out of this then? I've got 700 of these. I've got, I can make inserters and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I should just like make all this crap by hand. I'll free up some space. I don't need that. Don't need those, or those. Don't need that. Don't need that. We'll just leave those out. Yeah, you know, just one. Yeah, you know, I think this is just the best way. For the time being, just like make individual malls. Or yeah, will this work? Yeah. Yep. I think this is the only way I can really do it. So this needs copper cables, iron sticks. There and there. Oops. Actually, we don't need quite that many pipes. We will need that many, like, regular pipes, that's for sure. But here, we only need an iron chest's worth, and we'll just stick that like that. And we'll make that a passive provider chest. Same with this. But in addition, we need pipes as a product, right? Similarly, we're going to need these as products. All right. So we've got a secondary mall of that looks kind of like this. Um, and I guess we can make an L bend here. Like that. That's not gonna work. Forget it. We'll just grab this stuff on demand and not worry about it too much. But it is 7:30, so I'm going to need to stop the game very shortly. But like, I want some frickin' medium electric poles being made, for example. Is there any quick way that I can set this up? Not really. I think this is sort of the best that I can really hope for at this stage. So next week I will use these belts and lubricant, etc., to make my flying robot frames, and that will allow me to start making like a bot-based mall. That is essentially the last thing that's needed for this to actually like proceed. And I still need to locate a patch of tungsten ore, which it looks like my radars have still not located any, which is pretty annoying. I'm gonna have to venture into worm territory and take them down, which will require some military stuff. Could I potentially request my robots back? Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, what I could do is just queue up uh, a bunch of crafts while I'm not doing anything in particular. Let's take these, those. I don't need any of those. Of all things, I'm low on iron plates. Whoops. So let's just take a bunch of that. I have one foundry left over, which I can use for a bunch of different purposes. I need to make a big mining drill, but that requires electric engine units. Which wouldn't be too hard to make. You just need like a few engine units, hook it up to lubricant, and that's that sorted. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and save it here. I think I've got a pretty good sense for what I want to do next. Just I need to create a lot more assembling machines, chemical plants, and start building out green chips. Like here. Plastic. Oops. Yeah, plastic, red chips. I mean, do I want to do it like that, or do I want to, um, I'm second guessing myself too much. How about I just have faith that it will work out? We have already quite a lot of production just from these two dinky little foundries, um, adding to the molten iron supply here. Like, there's not much molten iron left in the pipes, sure, um, but these guys are like they're filling up, they're backing up. I've got so much steel, so much just material to work with now, when before I was really struggling to get anything done. Like, yeah. What am I even doing? See, this is what I'm talking about. It's so easy to just like get enraptured with an idea and just keep going, you know? Why do I have so much of my trash slots? Jeez. Right, but that's electric engine units already. Like not many, but enough to get started. And then this requires batteries, which should also be pretty simple. Iron, copper, and sulfuric acid. Yeah. There, and that's batteries. And then from there, flying robot frames. We'll just kind of like steal from there. Steal from there. And just like that, flying robot frames. So like, what even was I that worried about? And then this can go into, what do we need? Logistic robots? And we'll stick some advanced circuits in here. And then output this to a RoboPort. We'll read robot statistics and make sure that we're only going to put in up to, let's say, 50 logistic bots. And now all of a sudden we have logistic bots in the fray. Okay, so that makes me feel a little bit better. So now I can properly stamp down like the auto mall blueprints and get some stuff and add it to my personal logistics. Which I will do next time. Oh, all right. Well, that was fun. As as I mentioned, like yeah, I'm trying to keep to a proper schedule. Tuesday I will be back again at 8 p.m., which will be half an hour from now tomorrow. We are doing the second half of sorry, we're doing the second half of Shadow's story of Sonic 2006. After we finish that, the final chapter will be unlocked. So hopefully we can close out the Sonic 06 saga pretty soon. Um, it's been sort of frustrating battling through the game and getting it to work with my laptop. Um, but I'm planning on upgrading my home PC setup with a new graphics card, new motherboard and stuff. So maybe frame drop issues will be a thing of the past. Who knows what will happen? Um, this Thursday we're going to start again with variety streams, variety game rather. Um, I want to. There were some friendship quests and such that were added to Hello Kitty Island Adventure that I showed off a few weeks ago, and I've been holding some of them in reserve to come back to it this Thursday. Um, some really neat stuff that they've added to the game that I want to show off this Thursday. And after that, we'll be playing the second part of Chapter 2 of Sunfluffs, which I've been meaning to get to forever, but finally closed that out as well. Sunfluffs is a game that I'm very, very fond of. It's the same creator as Copy Kitty, and it's just extremely cozy vibes. So definitely tune into Thursday. You'll love it. There's only 2 chapters of that game out so far. It's still in development. Um, this weekend, I'm not sure if I'll be doing anything. We're we're still kind of recovering from the France trip, so it'll be nice to just kind of chill, watch some anime, watch some movies. I am thinking of playing more Silk Song this Friday, Saturday, possibly. No promises. Um, I've beaten the game already, and I've got the Twisted Child ending. Um, and if I recall correctly, I did a pile of the side quests, but I'm not quite in Act 3 yet. There's still some parts of the game that I have yet to discover. So that'll be fun to do. I've gone ahead and spoiled some of it for myself. Not really spoilers per se, but just like pointing out like where I need to go next to find the things that I'm missing. Like not the fleas, for example, but like there's 2 areas that I know that I can reach that I just have just escaped my notice. So I'll go back and pick those up. Um, but yeah, I think that's all I have for you today. Let's see if we can find someone to raid out to. And I'm happy to see that um, the recent wave of anti-trans like trolls has completely passed me by. That might just be because I've got like no viewers essentially. Um, but yeah, I mean, I suppose on that basis, I will see you next time.